Hidden inside pretty much every plant on this planet, from the tallest redwood tree to a single blade of grass, there's this mysterious and incredibly powerful substance. It's one of the most common materials on Earth, but honestly, it's a puzzle we're only just starting to piece together. So think about this for a second. What if the key to a truly sustainable, fossil-free world wasn't something we had to invent from scratch in a lab, but was already all around us, just waiting for us to finally understand it? And hey, that's no exaggeration. Researchers who live and breathe this stuff will tell you, this isn't just some academic curiosity. Cracking the code of this one single material, it is seen as absolutely crucial in the fight against climate change. The stakes really couldn't be higher. So, what is this secret ingredient? It's called lignin. And the wildest thing about it is that even though it is literally everywhere, it's still this massive mystery. Just to give you an idea of the scale here, lignin makes up about 30% of the dry weight of all plant life. So after cellulose, it is the most abundant organic polymer on the entire planet. It's basically the superglue holding the whole plant world together. But here's the kicker. Despite being so incredibly common, scientists will openly call it a black box. Why? Because its structure is so complex, so irregular, that they'll tell you straight up, no one really knows what a complete lignin molecule actually looks like. It's like we can see what it does, but the thing itself is a ghost we're still trying to get a picture of. Now, to really get why this stuff is so important, we have to go back in time. And I mean way, way back. Because lignin isn't just some random part of a plant. It was a total evolutionary game changer. Okay, so this right here, this is the moment life on Earth was totally transformed. About 450 million years ago, plants evolved lignin, and that one development let them do amazing things. Grow tall, stand up to the wind, even defend themselves. Lignin is the reason plants could leave the oceans and conquer the land. Let me be clear, without lignin, there would be no land plants. Period. So, in the simplest terms, lignin is a natural polymer. It's the stuff that gives plants all their strength and their structure. You ever look at a giant 100-foot-tall tree and wonder how it can just defy gravity like that? Yep, the answer is lignin. And to get the challenge of lignin, you gotta understand what a polymer is. Just think of it like a chain, right? It's a huge molecule that's made by linking smaller units, we call them monomers, together one after another, end to end. But, and this is the big but, this is where lignin gets super, super tricky. Most simple polymers are like a necklace made of identical pearls, all the same size, all the same shape. Easy. Lignin, though, it's more like a necklace where every single pearl is a different type, with its own little variations. It's a fantastic way to grasp just how complex this stuff really is. So how on earth do you even begin to study something that complicated? How do you reverse engineer nature's most intricate necklace? This chart really lays out the challenge perfectly. On the left, you've got your standard polymer, one kind of building block, one kind of connection. It's predictable, it's uniform. Now look at lignin on the right. It's got multiple building blocks connected with all sorts of different chemical bonds, which creates this crazy, sprawling, complex network. That's what makes it so versatile, but also so incredibly hard to map out. Scientists use this really clever method called reverse genetic engineering. Imagine this. You find 100 identical cell phones, but you have no clue how they work. What do? Well, you'd probably pop one open, take out a single tiny piece, and then see what happens. Does the screen not turn on anymore? Does the sound stop working? Researchers are doing the exact same thing with plants. They genetically tweak one tiny part of the lignin-making process, and then they watch closely to see what changes. That's how they figure out what each little piece does. So what's the payoff for all this work? Well, understanding lignin isn't just for science papers. The results could fundamentally change the materials we use every single day. All right, take a look at this. It's flexible, it's strong. I mean, it looks and feels a lot like a normal sheet of plastic, doesn't it? Well, surprise, it's not. It's made from trees. Lignin is the core ingredient. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. This is what's being developed in labs right now. And the possibilities here are honestly mind-blowing. We're talking about everything from high-performance fabrics that are stronger and way more sustainable, to carbon fiber for cars to make them lighter and more efficient. We could make natural sunscreens that block UV rays, just like bark protects a tree. We could even create conductive materials for our electronics. Or, get this, materials that can actually harvest light for solar energy. But here's the real goal, the big picture. It's not just about swapping out plastic for bioplastic. It's about creating something called circular materials. Materials that, when you're done with them, can be melted down and reused or even broken all the way back down to their basic chemical parts to be made into something brand new again. But this incredible future, it's being built on the passion and the absolute dedication of researchers who have spent their entire lives trying to crack this puzzle. One scientist has been chasing this question since 1998, working in labs all over the world. And this quote, it just perfectly captures the spirit of scientific discovery. It's a lifelong quest, and it's not driven by the promise of finding that one final answer, but just by the passion to keep pushing our understanding forward one little piece at a time. Which really leaves us with this one big question to think about. For 450 million years, plants have been perfecting this incredible material. And as we finally start to understand their ancient secret, we might just discover that we've had the key to building a cleaner, more sustainable future all along.